Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Luke Dog, not the host of this room, but Roses.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So tonight we're gonna get into a couple things I've been working on, like the Mandela Effect. I don't know if anybody has heard of that, and other topics that are going on current.
Can I shoot? Hey, can I shoot people?
Yeah, you can shoot people.
Yes.
So yeah, Brittany, Chuck My Chicken, Ed,
Chuck My Chicken, Bucks, commentary, critique.
of course Luke, and wrestling fan. All right, there you go. So,
by the way, right at the beginning, I just want to say right quick, I just saw the news, which I never do, but I saw a few seconds of it. Guess what? The literal name on the news. No, this ain't conspiracy theories, but this is on the news. You always said you wouldn't believe it until it was on the news. Guess what? It's on the news, and they say biblical prophecies, talking about September, saying the end of the world coming soon, something to do with September. Everything we've been talking about. Don't you interrupt me.
Hey, Neil. Oh, so what else were they saying? Luke.
What's
talking on the news live right now, moments ago. CBS, CNN, ABC, whatever one it was, Channel 3. Motherfuckers, literally the title is called Biblical Prophecies, and they're talking about September. They're talking about the cup abomination being filled up. Exactly what Luke Dog made a video about when gay marriage came out, and I don't care how many of you disliked it. Hey, like the abominable thing. See where that gets you for eternity.
Exactly. Well, I don't watch TV. I don't have cable. It's been about 6 years now. I just watch Netflix and movies, but they're gonna talk about it because you never know what's gonna be going down on September the 23rd. I made a video myself on it.
Blood moon coming soon.
Yeah, the blood moon, and then the Pope coming here to Philadelphia, and then also.
I just heard this is the first time the Pope has ever visited America. Guess what? It's going to be the first time America ever loses that freedom and those rights they once so loved.
Really? Did America ever have freedom?
Right.
Okay, you're right.
The freedom that you have is
I got you.
mind,
but we did have it better than what we're going to have it, life-wise.
Not really. We just have a looser leash than most countries do. If you know what I mean. Just able to do more than what other countries.
I'm sorry. What wrestling fan? Please repeat that. I didn't hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. It's just a lack of I didn't hear you that well. I can hear your mic's fine.
Well, what I was saying is that our country's never really been free. We just happen to have a looser leash than what other countries have.
Yeah, pretty much. A looser leash. You still have a leash around our neck, though.
It's kind of like maximum security's the Somalian people that are starving to death. We're in it still, but we're in the the privileged pod. I don't know if you've ever been to jail. They do that. Hey, we got the trustees. They get their shoes. They get special extra food. They're still in jail. They just get it a little better.
Right, that's true. I mean, it's like, we're still in a invisible prison cell as far as I'm concerned. Just a lot of people don't know that there's bars around them.
I would like to point out the only freedoms that you are limited to is what your perception deems. Any laws are just complete suggestions, nothing more. So the only prison cells that are there is what, as I stated, your perception deems them. If you can believe if you're talking about legally, then there's a billion different thoughts there. But legally, the legal system once again is just there for those who get caught. So therefore, if you believe in something and you want to do something, then do it well enough to where you don't get caught, and then therefore there are no restrictions on you, which there never are anyway. Because if you're willing to do something, you should know the consequences.
Just don't get caught. Don't get caught choking your chicken.
Exactly.
Well, that's not true because there's a lot of things that are in place that people don't realize. Like, you have to pay. Like I was mentioning last night on Luke's hangout, that this is a free world. We were given this planet for free, and we have to pay for water, garbage, food, housing. There's homeless people. You have to work 8 hours a day like a slave
No, you
to
don't
get
have
money.
to do anything.
Well, if you want to have a roof over your head and you want to eat, yeah, you do.
I mean, you could grow your own food and build it with whatever.
You're talking Gold Survivor Man style.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
luck
but
finding non-GMO seeds.
yeah, exactly. There you go. That too, And not just that, you have to purchase the land, so you still had to pay for it.
You got them there because remember when you used to be foraging for food, fishing, but now what do
I
you
don't think
need?
people
A
understand.
license. You got to pay them money.
Yeah, people don't understand that you can't find GMO seeds, non-GMO seeds. And if you do find non-GMO seeds, those are soon going to be turned into GMO seeds. Because when you crossbreed plants like corn, the GMO takes over the genetic code of that plant. So anytime you introduce a GMO plant to a population of plants that are non-GMO, those other plants become GMO plants.
Right. Exactly.
I wouldn't say that we got this planet for free. I would just say we just happen to be lucky bastard.
How so?
Well, because like okay, either which way you put it, rather it's from a religious point of view or a scientific point of view, either way we got lucky as human beings to have a place to live on that has everything we need.
Which is free. Do you have to pay to exist? Do you have to pay to breathe air? No.
Well, yeah, we have carbon. We have carbon taxes.
No, what I'm saying is that we're lucky to have such a perfect place.
And I would even dare say that the labels of containers that you have that say non-GMO are actually GMO. Or anything that you buy at the supermarket that says non-GMO is actually GMO.
What?
Yeah, I mean, you think they're going to sell you something? I mean, come on. It's really hard to get your hands on something that's raised on a private farm.
Oh, I question their labeling system anyways, even though if it's a QIA certified and USDA certified organic, I go, they could be pulling the veil over our eyes.
Obviously.
I don't know, but you know what, I'll tell you my opinion, it makes me feel better at least when I purchase those items.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a placebo effect and I'm wasting money and I'm fooling myself. But it makes me feel better as opposed to purchasing items that has ingredients in it I can't even pronounce. I'm going to stay away from that stuff. I just purchased the items that I feel comfortable with, and I go by feel. How does my body react? How does my body feel? If my body feels not rejecting anything and my allergies don't flare up, that I pretty well know I'm not getting any gluten in wheat.
I got one sentence. It's all according to plan.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. Yeah, I get you, man. I get you.
But a lot of our food is banned in 30 countries.
And don't worry about your body.
You know that? 30 countries banned our food.
If you look at the difference between GMO-fed people and people that never had GMO in their lives, you can definitely tell the difference. There's muscle that don't exist on different parts of their body. There's mammary glands growing bigger than they ever need to be. Women are falling over with that kind of thing, breaking their back. There's just, you can tell people that eat McDonald's chicken nuggets and people that don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to McDonald's in 4 years. I stay away from that stuff.
Luckily, you've been there not longer than me. It's about 5, I think, for me.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. I found out that they were using pink slime in their meat. I don't know if you guys know what pink slime is, do you?
Oh, that was old. The new thing is now they're using aborted baby parts. Oh! Anyway.
That's where those fetuses.
Rose,
I'm going to raise a farm full of animals that are non-GMO. Good luck with that. Then the government's going to come by and say, hey, we want to buy your farm. And we'll pay you millions and millions of dollars for it, even though it's only worth about like $300,000.
Yeah, and if you don't give it to them, like I was watching a documentary, this guy, he didn't want to grow their seeds, the GMO seeds. So because there's a patent on the seeds, what they did is they threw some over the fence and then charged him for using their seeds illegally and took his farm.
Yep, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Are you live on YouTube, Rose?
Yes.
I don't know. Could be.
You are live.
On my laptop, it's not showing up the show at all.
Oh, it says live in my corner.
You mean mine too?
Yeah.
No, but I mean checking it out. The only people that are showing live on YouTube right now is We'll Do It Live and ISS Live Ghostbusters, and I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Right on in.
Did you subscribe to Rose?
Yeah, did you subscribe?
Well, yeah, I should be.
Okay.
I'm subscribed to almost everything about you, I think.
I don't subscribe to all of Rose's views, but I subscribe to Rose.
Right on. That's okay. We don't have to agree on everything.
Yeah, screw your flat earth theory. Anyway, I'm just messing with you.
Well, it's not. I never said it was flat. I said we don't know. We can get into that though if you want.
That's a big problem with me as a Christian because a lot of people bring that up as an atheist argument against the Bible. And it's not. That's not the reason I don't believe in flat earth. It's just that gets me a lot though. Is that you hear a lot of atheists saying, "Well, I agree with people that think flat earth, blah blah blah, because it makes you Christians look stupid." You know.
Well, I don't agree with the Flat Earth Society. That's a joke. I mean, what I'm saying is NASA lies, and we know NASA lies, and they're run by Nazi German scientists.
The thing about NASA that gets me is like, okay, the farthest that man has made it physically is to the moon, right?
So supposedly.
So far, supposedly.
Well, no, because we just found out that was a hoax.
But yet we
that
know
Stanley Kubrick filmed it. Yeah.
Yet we know every single facet of the universe ever, and there's nothing else to explain about the universe, and we'll never. You know what I'm saying? They already know about everything about the universe, but the farthest man has made it is to the moon. Now,
supposedly.
Into proportion, that is nothing compared to.
Right. Well.
Yeah.
Downward. We're about to.
Well, it's already been proven that the moon the moon landing was a hoax. So.
Yeah, maybe we sent telescopes out there or something like that, but I mean, the farthest man has made it is to the moon. How am I supposed to believe you when you say we know everything about the universe?
Exactly.
You know, and I understand through the scientific method or whatever with mathematics and this stuff, but even the scientific method is based on philosophy. So it's like, well, we think we know what's out there. We think that the universe is 14 billion light years long.
Right.
I don't know that it is. I think that you're just coming up with a hypothesis, whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying, you guys. It doesn't matter what they say. They're trying to do philosophy. They think that's how big it is. That's just how far telescopes can see, but not how far it really is. What does it end after the telescopes can't see that far?
Well, the Vatican, the largest telescope is owned by the Vatican, and it's called Lucifer.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of documentaries.
Anyway, I'm a crazy nut.
I can't hear you. Whoever's talking, your mic is really super low.
Can you hear me?
Barely.
Oh, barely. I can't even register.
I'm trying to.
Put the microphone in your throat. No, I'm just messing.
Choke on that mic, bro. Just kidding, man.
Code name Deep Throat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Hey, that was
I can barely hear you, Wrestling. You were fine earlier. I don't know what happened.
He's wrestling with his microphone.
I used to have some serious bad microphone issues. So.
Are you in some kind of church hall or?
Who?
It sounds like a bunch of echoing, but nothing. What are you, 15 feet away? I can't hear you.
Hello?
Damn. No.
Okay, no, your microphone is really messed up. Somebody's talking in the background with Rose. Or somebody.
Yeah, well, I do have a life. People are over. Hold on, I'll mute myself.
It sounds like you have a Fast and the Furious hangout every time I hear you.
Yeah, it's the video games in the background.
Oh. I thought people were over having Coronas.
No, Tecate. It's cold.
Alright, can you guys hear me just fine now, or?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Getting better. It's getting there.
Alright, well, anyway.
Perfect. There you go. Can hear you.
Not too long ago, I watched a documentary about, all the telescope, how they, the study on, our space and all that. Well, the telescope they use to discover other planets and all that is actually a telescope. It has, like, big numbers and all that. It's hard to remember the exact name. But they sent it out into space. And also, it's been proven now for a very long time that the Earth is round. And I think most of the stuff you said can actually be countered, but yeah, and we don't necessarily think you like Christians are stupid. It's more or less we just don't see it.
Who's this we that you're talking about? We, like, are you talking about a collective, a bunch of people that don't believe in Christianity, or are you talking about your views, or we, as in you speak for the whole of humanity of people that see what I'm saying? It's kind of a logical fallacy.
Just atheists, I guess.
And I can still barely hear you, bro. Sorry.
We just don't see it, atheists.
Well, I would suggest that you stop using the word we, because I've talked to atheists who suggest that they could see it if you gave them some kind of evidence. So.
Oh yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
Right. No, I'm not going to do a Christian versus atheist hangout. I'm just saying the way that Christianity is persecuted over this flat earth theory is ridiculous. Because Christians aren't the ones that came up with flat earth theory.
Actually, wasn't it Christopher Columbus, way back in the day?
No, it wasn't. That's actually a lie. I suggest you look up Michael Stevens with Vsauce on YouTube about the flat earth theory. He says exactly the opposite of what you just said.
Well, I'll give it a look. But...
And he's not a Christian. Also, I want to note that Michael Stevens on Vsauce is one of the most popular channels on the internet. So.
What does he talk about, Neil?
The flat Earth theory and how Christians didn't start it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, no, because a lot of people, this was regular belief. I mean, if you thought anything different, they considered you crazy if you thought it wasn't flat.
Well, it wasn't crazy. I believe it started as a joke. As a joke, people would say to each other, your people believe in flat Earth theory, or your people believe that the Earth is flat. That's kind of an insult towards anybody that didn't believe what you believe, no matter if you were Christian or whatever. And then it didn't just start that way. It was actually in 1902 or 1906, a guy started, if you watch the video, it's called Vsauce Flat Earth Theory. On YouTube, just look it up. But a guy actually started a flat Earth cult.
I stay away from stuff like that. All I'm saying is that we're lied to on a constant basis, and that unless I have a rocket, I'm not going to believe what other people tell me unless I can know for myself.
Right, and I mean, that would also apply to the atheist worldview, which we're not going to get into tonight because I don't want to debate that. But what I'm saying is, it's like just because I don't see evidence of it, that means it doesn't exist. That's the problem. See, what people don't understand is a lack of evidence.
Well, I'm not saying the Earth doesn't exist. That's not the same thing. We're standing on an Earth. We're standing on Earth, so obviously Earth exists. That's not getting into God and Jesus. Now, that's based on belief. Yeah, that's based on beliefs and faith. But what I'm talking about is that's different. We're actually on Earth, so that is obtainable to get the proof.
Well, it would beg the question, like, do you believe that science could one day explain a flat Earth?
Well, no scientist has disproved it.
Right.
They kind of already, proved that the Earth is round.
Okay, but nobody's disproved that it's not.
Actually, the guy
That it could be flat.
The guy that created the myth about this, the guy that created the cult, he said all you have to do. He could explain it perfectly through science. That the sun is like 36 miles wide, that the Earth is actually flat and it's moving up about 8 meters per second. That would simulate gravity. So you could make this work, but then again, you would, if the Earth is spinning, we don't know if it is or not, because flat Earth would have to do away with the spinning thing also. Because if it was spinning, when you reach the outer edge of the Earth, you would fall off.
Right, and Newton's that's been disproved, that gravity even exists. That's been disproved by scientists. So. Yeah, it has. I study this stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of acclaimed scientists that would back me up on this, and no one's disproved it. So.
Obviously, when you get outside the Earth, you're going to be caught in space, right? Which means you can't really move at all, and it's a very dangerous atmosphere, right?
I think there's more aspects than just like falling into space. I mean, the rotational force of the centrifugal. What do you call it? Centrifugal. I'm sorry, I can't say these words. I could type them. My mouth is really messed up. The centrifugal force would throw you off of the planet if it was flat. You see what I'm saying?
No, that's not correct.
Well, that would also no. I mean, I agree with you, Rose. What I'm saying is to make flat Earth theory work, the Earth could not be spinning.
Right, and if you really believe that we're on a blue marble spinning 1,000 miles an hour, I mean, come on. But also, I'm sorry, Wrestling. Go ahead.
To finish up what I was gonna say, I think it is proof that we're spinning, or else we wouldn't have a night or day. We would just be stuck in one.
That and Michael Stevens explains it like anything that is a flat disk eventually collapses into a ball if in water or in space. Eventually, it tries to collapse into a ball instead of a flat disk, because a disk wouldn't naturally collapse like that. Like you would have to see it; it'd be a ball instead of a disk. So the thing is about physics and stuff like that, and the thermodynamics. I can understand where they're going with it, but what I'm saying is, if Earth was flat, it could not spin, or else it would fall off. And then once you were in space, of course, things would take place and da da da. If it did spin. Now, if it spun very slowly, you could make this work through science somehow. But a scientist actually tried to make this work, but he couldn't make it work fully.
What do you think, Ed? Or Brittany? Or TNA?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass on it. Somebody else got something?
Yeah, I don't want to discuss flat Earth theory. I'm not here for that.
But I would like to say it. I'd like to say one thing. I'm gonna throw it out there, and if it sticks, it piques your interest or not. I mean, take it for what it's worth. I look at it this way, guys. Whatever you want to call them, the elite, the controllers, the handlers, they usually give us two choices, right? They give us the red and the blue, the Republican and the Democrat. So if you look at all the debate that's been going on in the communities between Google Plus and YouTube, it's all, it's either circular or it's flat. There's the two choices. I mean, to me, I can't say that's ultimate proof. It's all a psyop. It's all a scam. But you see where I'm going with that? It could be something maybe a little different. It may not necessarily be just a globe, and it may not necessarily be just flat. It may be something else. And that's what I had to say on that.
The problem is that solar systems and galaxies are flat, right? You see what I'm saying? So why couldn't everything, I get where they're going with this whole flat Earth theory. Like, you look at the universe and you say, oh, that's the flat. Why can't everything else be flat? There has to be round objects inside of a flat galaxy. It is like, are we existing only on one plane?
I don't believe our galaxy is.
Hey, Luke Dog, you there? Wrestling fan, did Luke Dog leave again?
And how does Saturn have a ring around it when it's a ball?
Hold on, we're gonna spice it up, King of the Mountain. I think we should put a little touch to it.
And not only that, did you know Saturn is one of, I think it's Saturn, one of the, Jupiter or something, one of those planets spin in reverse. I think it's Saturn. Saturn spins in reverse, separate of the entire the solar system that we live in. I think that's what it was. How did that happen? By accident?
Well, like the way I see the universe is it's like it's a very unique place where every planet is is created like it just has like its own unique thing, you know. And you're right, it is hard to explain, but I just again I don't believe it's flat or anything like that. I believe it truly is, you know, like a planet that just happens to have rings, you know. Are you there?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, shit, I'll be honest, my honest opinion right here. I mean, I do believe the Earth is spinning. It has to spin. Um, that's my input on it. That's it. Actually, it was thanks for the invite. I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah, get out of here. Nice talking to you, wrestling fan. See you in a while, brother. Luke Dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Nice meeting you.
Hey, King of the Mountain, plug yourself before you leave.
I didn't know, man. King of the Mountain. They could find me right there. And well, you always know I will crown you now. Fuck off.
Who said F yourself? Is that an insult or a compliment? I don't know. Can't tell the difference in here.
I don't personally know the guy, but I think he was just kind of a little poke and jab fun, that's all.
Okay.
That's his goodbye outro, basically.
He's giving the thumbs up all the time, 24/7.
That's the middle finger, so.
No, that's Ed. He's got the... No, those aren't middle fingers. He eating a sandwich.
Yeah, no, that's my thumb up. I'm just thumbing up, that's all.
Oh, would you thumb up, I don't know, a baby being aborted? No. Oh, that's too hard. Too soon.
No, but he has this look on his face like, yeah, I know it's probably going to end bad, but for now, it's okay. We'll just try it.
Oh, that's Christianity.
Well, this is the most attention I've gotten in a long time. Thanks, guys.
It's like, that's exactly what you just explained, wrestling. You said, oh, it's going to end bad, but it's okay for now. That's Christianity.
Rose, you still there?
Oh, she said take over, Neo. That's why I kept it going.
Oh yeah, she's got guests to entertain too as well, I'm sure.
Cats to entertain too. Yeah.
Oh, the cats never stop. I got 3 of them myself. Good lord.
When you walk into a Chinese restaurant, does it sound like buck 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 meow?
Yeah, there we go.
I wish we would get my boy Sky on here, man. He's good at these kind of topics, too.
Whoa. What the fuck is Luke Dog? Chopped motherfucking liver? Because some people pay a lot of money for chopped liver. So I take that as a compliment.
Man, I'm in the mood for enchiladas if we're going to be talking about food.
I just had me a Wendy's double stack, and I tell you what, I feel great now. But when all those chemicals they add get in my system, I still feel good because I'll booze that out of my system.
Hey, Luke Dog, invite me to Wendy's, man. I could use a burger.
Wait, you guys got Wendy's in Texas, right? Because I bet you in Wendy's they got real burgers. I don't know.
I worked at Wendy's once, and this old senile woman came at me with a spatula and slammed it down on the metal table so hard that she put a dent in the table.
What?
And I was like, and I said, on that stainless steel Wendy's table, smacked down a spatula so hard, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to work here anymore.
It's Luke time.
Ladies and gentlemen, peanut butter jelly time.
So are you going on a break?
Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children
Ladies
of all
and gentlemen,
ages.
bags of weed.
Except for the kids better not be on the show because this is the no PG, no BS era. We are the Howard Stern of YouTube. Look, we're a clique, we're a regime, we're a posse, we're a crew. We're the motherfucking best in the motherfucking world.
I don't know, you don't look very Asian.
I am part Arabian, I just found out, according to my feed.
I just found out. From some guy on the street of the corner of New York.
No. I got Arabian feet.
I'm just messing with you.
Look. Big toes, actually.
Oh, that's
big
not
toes.
good.
No. Look at the big toe. The big toe's bigger than the second toe. Now look at everyone else's toe. The big toe is smaller than the second toe. Not on an Arabian. Arabian Night.
In that movie, Shallow Hal, where the girl had like a bigger middle toe than her big toe.
That's everyone. They got it. Like there's 5 different ones, guys. You guys know about this. I'm sure you do. There are 5 different lineages
I don't think
of
your
race.
body parts proclaim you to be any
Your
different.
toes do.
Come on, man.
Guys, I'm telling you, look this shit up. I am not smart enough to make this up.
Well, it's some guy telling you that. That's all I can say.
No, there are 5 different feet tests. We did the foot test at my work when we looked it up online. I'm of the Arabian tribe. One of them was of the Roman tribe. There was, what were the other 3? There's a Greek, and there's 2 other ones. Aztecs or something like that, or...
Well, did you know that a woman is supposed to have a longer forefinger?
Pointer finger, because they're always pointing at us, accusing us of things. That's my theory.
Well, I think it was for something else. But anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe grab the baby out. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Rose.
Yeah.
So what do you think of my opinion on they usually give us 2 choices, so it's either got to be round or flat. It kind of makes you think, hey, I'm not going to think into that way of thinking, right? It may be something just a little different, right? A little off, tweaked a little bit, and somehow.
You know,
That's what I was saying. I was trying to say that the Flat Earth Society is a joke. First off, NASA lies. I know that. I mean, I hope other people do and realize that. And so, I mean, we could be on a fucking pimple on an elephant's ass, all I know, but...
I wanted to go off of that point real quick that I just made was, we're the only species on the planet, if you believe in evolution. We're the only species on the planet. I don't really believe in evolution. I'm just making fun of it. What I'm saying is, we're the only species on the planet that needs some kind of doctor. All the other animals on the planet have babies with no other being around to help it out. You know what I'm saying? The deer and the elephants and whatever, they have babies no problem. They don't need anybody else around to help them have the babies.
Right.
I believe in it.
But humans, for some reason, need all these doctors and people around to have babies.
Well, Neil, let me ask you this.
He's getting warmed up.
Are you gonna have a baby?
Having babies, and now our society is motherfucking fucked.
No, I agree. Actually, that's biblical. You just said biblical things. Our society is screwed.
And a child shall lead them.
Well, like I believe in evolution, and we're not the only species on Earth.
Well, we are, because if humans weren't around, then there would be no reason for animals would flourish without us. Yes.
Have you read
Peanuts? If humans didn't exist, then the species would take over the planet, right?
Yes, but we are, you know, we're basically come from, you know, monkeys and all that.
If we come from monkeys, then why is there still monkeys?
What are they, the fucking retarded monkeys? They didn't quite evolve yet?
You can believe you're a monkey. I won't.
Cat Williams.
I'm not from monkeys. If that was true, then explain why there's still monkeys.
Yeah.
Actually, wrestling, I want to disagree with you real quick and say, if you want to believe in evolution, first of all, you have to say we're not from monkeys. You have to say we're from apes or a common ancestor. So your belief right there is wrong.
See?
We don't really need nurses and doctors help to have a baby, but they are professionals at it, which is why we have them.
Okay, but can you explain why is there still monkeys though?
Because there just still are. I mean,
how if we evolved from a monkey, wouldn't?
Are they going to become humans later on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't they eventually the whole birth purpose? I mean, why have that if monkeys are turning into humans? Yeah.
I got the explanation given for that.
I gotta say it like this: you're retarded if you believe that theory.
No, okay, let me finish. There's an explanation, right, that I heard from a YouTuber known as The Amazing Atheist, and he gave in a response to the exact same question, and it was a good response, and it made a lot of sense, but I forgot what it was.
But if you say it, you should have that response. I mean, that's what you believe. I want to
say this. Every evolutionist that doesn't believe in Jesus and says that's too hard of a faith to believe, but you believe monkeys became motherfucking humans, you're motherfucking stupid. Jesus came of a Virgin Mary. We can't believe that, but monkeys somehow became humans, even though we still got monkeys and they're not turning into humans anymore.
Not me. Not me.
Just like
that's the atheist. I just imitated you motherfuckers. Hey, atheist, go ahead, send that motherfucking hate mail to Luke Dog at Luke Dog, all four of my motherfucking Luke Dog channels, bitch.
Oh, they love to watch my show.
I'm gonna bitch at you right now.
Get ready. Cause we gotta shoot some atheists down tonight. Shooting atheists is a hobby of mine.
I just invited one in, so we'll see. So wrestling fan doesn't feel all alone.
Hey, I already went against Wrestling Jesus. Everyone else here, they call him Wrestling, you know, the big guy in the sky, the Christ. But I ain't gonna call him that. He ain't Wrestling Jay. He's Wrestling Jesus. That's all you're ever gonna be called by me, and you know it. But hey, me and you, hey, we're cool. You're just not cool with the Christ.
So you busting caps and atheists today?
There he is, the amazing atheist, Sky Tiger.
You gonna bust a cap in it? You gonna put his muffin cap back blue?
That's too smooth talking.
He wants you to bust a cap in him, he said.
I'm gonna shoot him alright.
Kill his muffin cap.
Now that we got a
don't even do it.
Okay, amazing atheist. I want to talk to the amazing atheist. You're not amazing anymore. You know why?
It's not the amazing.
I don't care. That's what I'm calling him because I believe that's a show called The Amazing Race, and I just tweaked the two together, and that's what I came up with the amazing atheist. You know why you amaze me, atheist? Because you have more faith than me. Because I believe somebody made something from.
Screw that amazing atheist.
You believe everything came from nothing. We believe someone made everything. You have more faith. You have more faith than the guy in the church. Hey, Wrestling Jesus, I ain't talking to you.
Luke,
talking to the amazing atheist.
Doesn't know anything.
An amazing atheist, I'm gonna call him from now on.
He's not amazing. He's the lazy atheist, really.
Sorry,
The very slothful lazy.
He's one of them. Oh, you
just
paid
like
me.
Proverbs said, the lazy man will become so lazy he won't even be able to pick up his spoon and feed himself. That's how lazy these alcoholics are. This alcoholic can eat.
Hey, don't talk shit about that.
Hey, I'm an alcoholic, man. I'm an alcoholic.
I'm an alcoholic. Have you not seen? I know I just met, but guys.
Let me see that hydro.
I'm in AA classes right now. I'm in AA classes right now.
Yeah, they put me there when I was on probation. This is all just from earlier. And you know what? We ain't done yet. We ain't gonna stop. We can't be stopped.
Luke, do you believe in your namesake?
I believe in Jesus' namesake.
You believe in your namesake as Luke?
Well, you're saying because as a slave, technically, I was slave-laved that name?
You were?
I've heard that theory, and you know what? I'm not a Kuna Matata from Africa, but I am.
Luke was very powerful. Luke had more powerful words than anybody. You're very powerful, bro.
I'm not powerful, but greater is he that is in me, I guess, is the only explanation I have. Hey, I'll be honest. He's married to the backslider still, and he's not an Indian giver. No offense to the Indians.
I'll give you a hint on what my name is. I'm the fisherman of men.
Luke, I am your father.
Hold on. I'll figure this out. I've heard that my whole life, by the way. Luke, I got a lot of fathers worldwide. I'm not joking. I got a lot of fathers.
It starts with an A and it's not asshole. I'm saying.
He left. The force was not strong with that one.
The force was stronger with the force than anyone.
Holy shit! Listen, I want to point this guy out right now. This guy's name's Buck's Commentary Critique. For those of you meeting for the first time, he was asking me over and over, "Where's the link? Where's the link? Why ain't the room started?" I've sent him link after link after link. BCC, what the hell took you so long?
Oh, don't let Sean in here. Please don't let Sean in here. Rose. I'll leave if Sean comes in.
Who's Sean? Sean's View Entertainment? Because I've been waiting to shoot the fuck out of that guy for a while.
This guy named Sean G. He trolls.
Bring him in. I'll tear him up. I destroy trolls for a hobby, Matrix. You know why? Because I am what they say I am. Look at this guy with his skull face and shit.
Hi, Sky.
Is that Sky?
Yeah, that's my friend. No, that's my friend.
Yeah, Sky's a weird guy, but he's really funny.
Hey, we got a Sky. He doesn't do this stuff, though.
my friend Sky's cooler.
Wow.
My Sky is better than your Sky.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. There you go.
He told me to tell you to look at your messages.
Who?
Mine? Oh, not me.
Brittany?
Yeah.
Well, thank God you believe, Luke.
Where is she left?
I love you, brother Luke. I really do.
Hey, give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Air hug.
I'm hugging you, but I'm hitting you. See, that's how guys hug. Guys hug. We are hugging you, but we're hitting you.
Hey, you can't be giving a nigga no hug, man. We don't do that shit over here.
Oh, that's right. Ghetto hug. Come on. Booms. That's how we do it here in the hood. Learned that from my Mexican friend. I did. He said he said this is how we hug in the hood, and he gave us a. We didn't know that. We just learned it. We were shaking hands.
Hey, I'm a gringo.
And whoever wants to answer this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Play a little offense now, then you guys are the ones that play defense. Because,
By the way, Buck, he's here, and he doesn't say a word. He never does that in my room. He's like, "Oh, hey, how you guys doing? What's going on? Hey, did you hear me?"
Wrestling, you gotta talk louder though. I'm really struggling to hear you.
Yeah, wrestling fan is always a struggle with you. I feel like you walk away like you're on speakerphone. You know those people, the annoying people that you call and they put you on speakerphone and they walk away from the motherfucking phone thinking, "Oh, it's speakerphone. I can go anywhere." Guys, we can't hear you though when you do that.
Luke, how? Now you're gonna get a lot of flack for being a Christian that curses, right?
I'm not a Christian. I'm a backslider.
So,
but God's married to the backslider.
All right, so I agree with you. I wouldn't agree with the term Christian, but what I would say is we believe in Jesus Christ, right?
I believe in Jesus Christ.
Do you believe in any other God?
I believe in false gods, yeah.
Oh, you believe
It
in
says it right in Isaiah not to worship false gods. Which
you know
means
what's really funny
gods.
about Isaiah 54:16?
What?
It says, I give you the smith. And if you look on the front of the Matrix, in the Matrix, you look at the front of the tag plate of the car that Smith is driving, it says Isaiah 54:16. It says IS 54:16. It means, I give you the smith. Behold the fire and the brimstone.
Well, that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
I've seen the movie hell of times. I never noticed that.
Yeah, nobody notices that but me. I don't know why.
But wrestling fan had something to say.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, kind of atheist. Go ahead.
Kind of atheist.
You guys believe there's another Earth out there?
Oh, what?
You guys believe that there's another Earth? Planet just like Earth out there in the galaxy?
No, I believe there's other parallel universes that are similar to ours here, but it's not another planet. It is on the planet, the different parallel universes.
Wrestling fan, do you have an internal mic or an external mic?
Whatever.
Is your mic built into whatever you're using, your phone, your laptop, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, it's really weak. You gotta turn it up.
I would really recommend getting an external mic, and if you are using an external mic, I would recommend getting it, like, unplugging it, because it sucks.
I
I'm
would
sorry.
love to talk to you because you sound like a reasonable atheist, which is hard to find.
Alright, hello?
Or if you have, like, another laptop or a phone in your house, I would recommend using that, because it's hard to, yeah.
At least he's open to reason and evidence.
Like the creator hangout or whatever, they just turn up the mic and then.
Yeah, all you gotta do is go on to your sound options, on your recording options if you're running Windows, and turn it up.
I'm on
in
my
the control panel.
Left click the, you know the little speaker icon, left click that, click recording devices.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
And then when you, whatever microphone is checkmarked, you click it twice, and then you go to actually shit, my mic wasn't all the way up.
Yeah, not in Google Hangouts, on your actual PC.
Yeah, although I'm pretty sure Google Hangouts has like a similar function, but this, like, I don't know if that would help. So do what I suggested. Left click the little sound thing in the corner, double click the microphone with like the green thing by it, because I'm assuming your computer has that too. Go to levels.
Right click it, not left click it. Right click your speaker.
Oh shit, yeah. And then go to levels, and then just turn it all the way up and see how that works.
Hello.
Keep going. I need to take control of your computer.
Fucking Neo always wants to take control of people's computer.
Is my mic working any better? Cause I just
right there. Yeah.
My mic's working better.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Clear now. Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
Oh, I'm not a wrestling fan. I don't know if I sound like him, but I'm not him.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, is my mic working better though? Because I just upped it from like 75 to 100.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I could hear you before. B, C, C, C.
Yeah, fucked it up.
Anyway, actually, believe it or not, there is another planet out there that's just like Earth.
It sounds like you're 20 feet away from your microphone.
You sound like you in the bathroom with the door closed, yelling and shit.
You in the bathroom with the door closed, yelling through the door. One of these days, Alice, we'll get him. What he wrote. No, the microphone issues, I could do it. I'd help atheists out just so I could talk to them. I'd actually like to talk to a reasonable atheist for once.
That just makes me think that he was actually in the bathroom.
Here's the problem. It's like when he uses the word we, We. There he goes. All right. Here's the thing. We know. It's like, who is this we? Is this a collective group of atheists that I don't know? We. Because I thought atheists were unorganized. I didn't know atheism was a cult or a group or a church or that had.
No. My point is like, okay, it's just like you, right? When you're Christians, whenever like I question something Christianity or something like that, you're gonna say, well, it's what we, believe in or something like that.
Hey, Rose.
Oh, hey, Sean. Hey, Ryan. Ryan, what's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good, man. I love you, bro.
Love you too. I've been learning a couple good things.
Oh my gosh, Ryan, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan.
See, if we was in the hood, tell each other that we get.
I'll be honest, I never met Ryan. Ryan, nice to meet you.
You faggot.
Literally.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey Ryan, what's up, dude? What's up, Sean? What's up, folks?
Ryan.
What's up? What's up?
In the hood I live in, people get capped for saying I love you.
Why?
Oh, yeah, love is no, it's not foolish at all.
Hey, there's two dudes on each other now saying, "I love you, man." No, man, pop.
Nah, Neo knows what's up. We know who we serve.
I know who you serve.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just kidding.
He's just kidding. He's just kidding.
No, it's cool. It's fine.
You look exactly like Ryan Seacrest. It's almost scary, actually.
No, I don't. I used to work in radio. I met Ryan Seacrest.
No, Ryan looks like crap in real life. That's like the prettiest picture.
No, he does not. That's a lie, Neo.
Oh!
I smell even worse.
Got it.
Alright.
I love you no matter how bad you smell.
Thank you, because...
That's the St. Tommy argument, by the way.
What are you guys talking about? Who's hanging out?
We're talking about gay people because you showed up. Oh!
Kill them!
Bird.
We're talking about gay people because Sean G showed up. Oh!
Oh, wrestling fan. This is your atheist friend.
Yeah. No. You want to be
And
friends
he's
with
gay.
somebody?
How convenient for you two atheists who don't believe in hell, so you can just do your sexual abominations with each other, gay asses.
No, I don't know if Sean is gay. I'm not good.
I don't either, but from what I'm hearing worldwide, he is.
Oh, Sean, you gotta stick up for yourself, Sean.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I am guilty.
Yeah,
of
with your
believing that
lesbian
everybody
sister.
Oh,
is
I like
nice
his
and good.
voice, though. You
Yes.
sound familiar. Why does he sound so familiar? Wait a minute.
Like,
You have a
Do you have
show.
a voice crush? Do you have a little bit of a man love crush on my voice already?
No. I know who you are.
Do we
You're
need to talk about your
PW.
sexuality?
You're
Do we need to talk about
PW
your
Hustle.
sexuality?
That's PW fucking Hustle.
Sean, no, Sean's the back.
Behind the scenes commercial jink. You know what I'm saying? That's that
He's
guy.
hiding behind that picture right there, but I know that voice. That's PW Hustle. He has his own podcast.
Oh,
How much?
his ugly face.
Boy, you couldn't be wronger about more things. So keep going. Let's see if we can go for 3.
PW
I can turn on
Hustle.
my
I don't need
camera.
to go
I'm not
for
hiding
your
behind
two.
shit.
I'm going with one. PW Hustle. Go look up PW Hustle. Listen to this motherfucking robot and tell me they don't mirror.
How about I just turn on my camera and make you look like a dumbass?
No, talk crap about him.
You don't even know what PW Hustle looks like.
Do it. Yeah, because that will matter.
Oh wait, okay. I want to do a test. Wait, everybody. I want to do a test real quick. Whoa. Hey, Sean, I love you.
Well, I love you too, Neo. What's up?
Okay, cool. That's all I want to say. See?
what did that prove? I don't understand.
Sean.
I like hanging out with Sean because Sean is a sucker.
Yeah, Sean.
And me and Sean go way back. It's fine.
Sean, this is too smooth right here, man.
Oh yeah, it's my boy Too Smooth talking to you, Sean.
Uh-oh. How's it going, man?
Yeah. I'm gonna make you drop the soap tonight, nigga.
Whoa!
Oh, you know you don't have to make me drop it. I just drop it.
Oh! Damn. Okay. It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, so we're not talking about anything. That's
Rap battle. I just heard.
No, we aren't. No, we are going to talk about something. Yeah.
Rap battle.
I did
Rap
look
battle.
into
Rap
the
battle. Rap battle.
Berenstein thing, and I did share with a couple people in my workplace, and it is very strange that idea.
Fuck one of his lesbian sisters.
Yo, I want to fuck one of your lesbian sisters.
So, that's that.
Wow.
No, really, I do. Mr. Sean?
Not available.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Can I have one of your lesbian sisters?
They're right here. Why don't you ask them? Are you available?
Yep, I'm available. Right?
You just got told to fuck off. So sorry about that.
Yeah, that's kind of that's rude to say to a female you don't even know. Just to say that, that's really rude.
Oh, tell him, Crystal. What is it? He just wanted to know if he could have sexual relations with you.
No, I think that's over implication. I think he just said if he could have one, maybe he could hire.
What's yours describe, bitches?
But it was still not a cool thing to say. I will say that.
Yeah.
So Rose, we'll kind of hang out. What do you guys?
So I was going to talk about I was going to bring up the Mandela Effect.
Yeah, that's what I was, yeah.
It's so not cool for my friend to say, but it's okay for Sean to say. He wants to do everything to me.
Oh no, it's not.
That's a female. First off, you're a grown man, and I think Sean at least knows you a little bit more better than your friend talking to his sister.
And we know Sean has a cold heart and turns a blind eye.
But that has nothing to do with Sean.
What if you had a problem with that, Sean? What if my boy effed your sister?
Wow, why are you guys talking like that?
Is that
actually,
Neil saying that?
To be honest, I didn't know you had a sister.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all.
Well.
Every time you bring up homosexuality, Sean brings up his sister.
This is not cool.
All right, Ed.
So, hey, you want to keep messing around, Sean? I'll troll you to death too.
Excuse me, sir. I did not mean any harm. Not saying about your sister. I was just saying. I was kidding.
By the way, you like talking about people's families? I like talking about you too, Sean.
Whoa, what's going on?
He's recording all this right now because he's going to make a video about it tomorrow, and I agree.
Is this Hangouts live, Neil? How many times do I have to explain this to you?
I don't care. But what you're saying is, every time you talk about homosexuality, you don't talk about my sister, but yet you can't have nothing to say back, can you?
I have a
About what?
What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
About what? Give me something.
What are
Give
you
me
going to
something.
say, bro? What are you going to say? With your short E with an extra E on the end that you had to add because I hated you so much and I blocked you. Every time I join a room, you make a new sock account. So keep going.
Was that your rhyme just now?
If you want some rhymes, we got that right now, bro.
I've still got yours written out, Neil. Would you like me to reread it, or would you like me to throw a beat on and really lay it down for you?
I'd rather destroy you first.
Okay.
All right, so I was gonna bring up the
You want to flip a quarter on the rap beat?
No, I think it's kind of a waste of a hangout.
I think you talking about your lesbian sister is a waste of time too. But anyway, keep going.
I'm not the one who brought her up. If you have a short-term memory.
Brought her up. Listen to you getting all butt hurt. See how it feels, bro? You understand how it feels when you start talking about people? You don't. You like it? Because I can keep going all night.
Actually, Neo, what happened?
You like talking about people's families.
You're about to rage quit, aren't you? You're about to rage quit. I can smell it.
Keep going, bro.
I smell a rage quit. I smell rage quit.
I love you too much, bro.
Okay, don't rage quit on us, Neil. Stick with us. Don't talk shit and leave.
I'm gonna find you one day.
Don't talk shit and run.
I'm gonna find you one day. Trust me.
Stay here.
Trust
Take
me,
your ass
I'm gonna
whooping like a
find you one
man.
day. You keep talking shit about people, you're gonna get found.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm working on my camera so you can see my face so you don't mistake me when you do find me.
Because I've seen you so much that some of my friends could pound you so hard. You wouldn't.
Oh, but not you, huh?
No, I can't because I'm disabled, you dumb fuck.
Oh. There you go.
Excuse me.
Good one, Neo.
I apologize. I did not mean to make this hangout hostile like this.
Yeah, he cleared out the whole fucking room. Thanks.
Because Sean's a piece of crap.
I
That's what he is.
apologize. I didn't know.
Sean, you are a piece of crap that likes to talk crap about people.
I didn't know you had a sister. I apologize, sir.
It's all water under the bridge. Let's do a topic or something before Neo.
You like talking about crap about people. That's what you do.
All right, so the topic I was going to bring up is the Mandela Effect. Has anyone here heard of it besides from me?
Oh, you know what? Let me add something
I heard
to
about
that.
the Salmonella effect. I heard about that.
No, Mandela Effect. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, go ahead, Sean. What did you?
One of the children from I knew a rage quit was coming. Yeah, he builds up. But one of the children that came home from school today mentioned, which one did they mention, Crystal? What? Which thing had changed that she mentioned?
About Sex and the City first.
Sex and the City.
I also heard about
And the Mirror and Mr. Rogers thing. So I don't know if they saw the same video, but I can tell you that has been that's the site. There's two people now that have told me about that. You and her.
Okay, excellent. So the word's out there. It's getting passed around. Ed, I was talking to you about this last night. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So so this is do they tell you what they thought that they remember, like it being Mirror or Magic Mirror or It's a Beautiful Day in this neighborhood or A Beautiful Day in the neighborhood and so forth. I'm going to get into more, but I was just asking, did they give their point of view on that, Sean?
Well, they're not old enough to really have seen it in its originality. So, but I agree with all of the misinterpretations of what was said. I think it all sounds. I think the other ones always sound better.
Which other ones?
It's a Beautiful Day in the neighborhood, Sex in the City, and Mirror on the Wall.
Okay, but when there's the thing about it being misquoted and when there's tangible evidence. Now, I have tangible evidence to prove that there is definitely something going on here. It's not just a misquote. I think the misquote concept is more of a cover-up of people figuring out what it is, and they're saying, well, it's common to misquote these things, which I believe that's not the case. So, now, did you see my clip I did on Family Guy?
I did. I saw the clip on Family Guy. But see, I think they were just kind of highlighting the fact that it was misquoted.
No, that was aired back in 2005.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah, I checked it out, Rose, and yeah, I think what Brian or Stewie says that it's Sex in the City, right? Am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it couldn't be them going on a misquote because this was done in 2005. None of this was brought up back then. So that's not the case with that, Sean. Agree or not agree?
Well, Sex in the City was 2000.
Right. So nobody's been finding out about Sex and the City until at least 5 years ago, or maybe less.
No, people knew about it when it was live, when it was on.
No, I'm talking about people figuring out that maybe something has changed. That just recently happened. So why would Family Guy do a misquote in their TV show from 2005. That doesn't make sense, Sean.
But see, I've got proof that and I knew it because I told you I'd argued with a girlfriend about this, and I always used to call it Sex and the City just to tease her. So I knew that when I said Sex and the City, it was wrong, and so and then I've got
wrong to you. See, now, okay, now for people who are listening and that are going to listen, what I'm talking about is that there's a concept on a science channel I found that is saying that there's universe A and universe B. Of course, there's probably more than that, and we have highly acclaimed scientists that do believe and have evidence in their experiments that they do say there is parallel universes. Do you agree with that, Ed? This isn't just a concept I'm pulling out. This is highly acclaimed scientists say this.
Well, okay, I haven't. I've done a little research today, and I was trying to get prepared something for the show tonight. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to look into it. I haven't found the links. I was through my little bit of research. I was trying to be quote unquote the bad guy tonight and actually try to disprove this. And from my findings, I'm having a hard time finding actual people that, scientists, researchers, whatever, into this Mandela effect. I'm having a hard time finding anybody actually disproving this.
Exactly. And that's the point. That it hasn't been disproven, and there is scientists that also say that there's parallel universes. So we have to go with that first. Second, so their concept is there's universe A and universe B. That people from, not necessarily, this is the most easiest way to explain it. I'm sure it's more complex than this, but I mean, I'm not a scientist. So there's universe A and universe B. People from universe A remember it as Mirror, Mirror, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Mandela dying in 2013, Sex in the City, Interview with a Vampire. I actually had the book and I read it. It took me 6 months to read it, so I know exactly what the book said. And the A was in red. And there's no way anyone's going to tell me it said anything different than that, because I stared at the damn book on my nightstand for. So the people from universe A remember it this way. Now the people from universe B remember it as always being Interview with the Vampire, Sex and the City, Magic Mirror on the Wall, Beautiful Day in this Neighborhood. So they're going to remember it that way, where the other people remember it this way. Now these are memories and visual memories. So it's hard to tell somebody, well, no, that's a misquote or you're wrong, when they've actually seen it. I've seen it. And Bernstein Bears and Bernstein Bears. I remember as Bernstein. I used to watch the show. Okay. I have friends that had books when they were little kids. So it's Bernstein, and I'm definite on that. Okay. So I don't need someone to tell me that it's a misquote on my part, because I know otherwise. Because like I said, the visual memory on top of a memory. So you have the two different things.
Flawed. We know those can be.
No, flawed. Not mine. No, not mine. No. There's thousands of people. No. I know what I see. I'm not stupid. I know what I've read. I know what I've heard. I don't need to society or my peers to help me remember what I remember. I know what I remember very clearly. So there's thousands of people that believe the same thing as I believe. Not just believe, but know it as true. So then, in this universe, what would be is it's always been that way here. So you will have people that's always been here, and will say, no, it's always been like that. It's always been Sex and the City. Okay, well, to you, yes, that is correct. So that is 100% correct. So I'm not going to dispute what you believe or what you remember, because that's what you know it to be. So the thing is, it's not necessarily who's right and who's wrong. It's more of who remembers what, and not just that, Why and when and how did all this happen?
And where does your memory lie as opposed to parallel A or parallel B or multidimensional, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm glad I did a little research into this, Rose, because now I feel a little bit stronger about discussing this than I did the other night. Because I was totally clueless. I was like, you sounded like you were being hypocritical with your statements, but now I understand. And this subject, I can understand why you're going with this, Rose, because this thing can get super, super deep.
Yeah. And I think it's important that we understand that this is my reality. This is real for me. This is real. I remember it, visually remember it as well as it being this way. So, it's not a misquote. No. Not for me, and not for thousands of other people. It's not a misquote. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why.
Yeah, I mean, no, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Well, my only question would be, how do you make a distinction between, I mean, do you admit that memory can fail at all?
Well, of course.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, how do you make a distinction? How would you make a distinction between something that is a failure of memory versus a parallel universe? Because there's got to be a way to know the difference, and it can't just be I'm really sure about some things when we all think we're sure about some things and we're wrong, right?
Right.
Okay.
And what? Yeah, no, go ahead, Rose.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say too. Now, I don't know if the technology exists. It's not open, free market. It's not open to the public. But I would pretty well fathom that we do have that kind of technology to where, if we could have it, whatever, quote unquote, wired to our brain, go back in our childhood memories and actually print it out or show it to a certain degree, at least with the naked eye, that we could see what we perceived back then. Then that way, you can't blame it on, it was years of alcohol and drug abuse and, are you so sure on this or not? You know what I'm saying? That's only one little way of looking at it. I'm sure, eventually there's going to be a way to prove this, hopefully,
I don't think there could be. There couldn't be a way. And the example I gave to Rose was like going back to my elementary school, and I was sure that this is not the footprint of the school, and it seems like Occam's razor, which makes the most the answer that has less things attached to it is usually the best one to go with. And I've looked at satellite images of the school, looked at the history to see if if they had built onto it since I went back there, and the easiest explanation is that I just misremembered it. Instead of tacking something on that adds more questions rather than less, I chalked that off as a failure of memory.
But see, there's a difference between these two different things. That's personal memory. This is a societal thing. There's thousands of people that remember the same thing. This is not just me versus everybody else, that I'm saying it was this and I swear it was this, but no one else believes that. Okay, that's different. When you have thousands of people go, yes, I remember that too, very clearly, what's going on, and you have people going, yeah, I remember that too, and I remember that too, and it's not just one thing, it's multiple things, and I'm sure there's even more than that I haven't even found yet. I mean, if it's just little things like a and the that has changed, or the and this, then what other bigger things have changed that we do not know about? This is just the beginning of this. I'm just at the beginning of this research, so I don't have all the answers, but I know there's more, and this is not a personal memory. See, now, when you're talking about your school, that's a personal memory. Was there's thousands of people that went to that school that said the same thing? No, that was your personal memory. Totally different.
No, that's not. Okay, all I need to know is how to distinguish the difference between a parallel universe and a fake memory, because there are real significant events in our lives that if I asked you what kind of cake you had on your 10th birthday party,
that's a personal memory. Again, that's a personal memory. You have to be distinct in these two different things. They're two separate things. There's personal memory and there's societal memory.
What if half the people at your birthday party remembered playing Pin the Tail on the Donkey and the other half said, we didn't?
It doesn't matter. People. I'm not basing this on a couple people remembering something. I'm basing this on thousands of people. Not a couple, not 5, not 1, not 10, not even 20. There's thousands of people that remember the same thing. So that's totally different. You got to look at the numbers here, okay? It's not just 1 or 20. I'm talking thousands. So all of us have some kind of memory lapse? Really? I don't think so. It doesn't. That's not the same thing. It's completely different. Completely different, and it's the same topics. So, I remember the show and Sex and the City, and it flashing up on the screen. It said "in the city." So, you remember "and the city"? Yeah, maybe because it was always "and the city" for you, but it was "in the city" for me. So
okay, I can agree with that. If that's what it was for you, then you're remembering it perfectly, and there's been a shift for you and not for me.
Right. That's what I'm saying, Sean. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong, because you're not. You're absolutely correct. You're 100% correct for remembering it the way you do, because that's the way it always was for you. But it's not the same for me and other people. So that's where I'm trying to get into, is when did this happen? Why did it happen? And what else has happened? Because there's more to it than just these little things. Like I said, the and this, that's not a big deal. It is to a point, because it's like a memory fuck to people. Not a memory fuck, but it fucks with people, because you go, wait a minute, I know I had the book. I know it said Interview with a Vampire. I know it did. And there's plenty of people that say the same thing besides me. They will swear up and down it was. Okay, so we all have memory lapse? No, we remember it this way. So that's where the parallel universes come in. That's where the A and B comes in. At one point they merged, and you wouldn't consciously know it. So it was just, life went on. You didn't even know it, realize it, or feel it, until you start seeing little things like this and go, what? So what about you, Ed? I haven't asked you what you remember.
Oh, okay. Well, the same thing. Everything that you remember, on whether it's different wordings, whether it was an A, an E, movie references, Hollywood movies, I'm in agreement with every way you perceived how you saw it. I feel the same way. So whether you want to say we're lumped into, parallel universe A, then I'm there with you. There was only one of them that you brought up that I felt different on, and I can't remember right offhand. It was one of the last, phrases that you saw it as that I would disagree with. I saw it the other way. But for the most part, I'm in parallel universe A, and I'm just throwing that out there for, an example.
Right.
But so that tells me, that being said, if to believe in this and to say there's something to this, all across the board, I'm in agreement with you on everything except at least one instance, given the amount of examples to choose from. So that tells me if this is true, then that means we're bouncing in between parallel universes, and we may not even be aware of it.
We're not aware of it, except for, like I said, for catching things like this. So going by what Sean said, would you think it's a me and you? Our memories are just messed up. Like maybe we forgot, or maybe we misquoted it. What do you think about his?
You know what? I have to stay open-minded on everything, even though my belief system, I've made up my mind on certain things. But at the same time, I have to give it that 1 to whatever you want to say, 5, 8, 10%. I have to keep an open mind. You can't close it off completely. So I'm in agreement with him, too, on his opinion on this.
Okay. Fair enough.
What about this, Rose?
But sorry, I just want to finish up. One second. I'm so sorry. Hold on, Ed. I just want to say when you remember something, you need to be more solid in your remembering stuff when it comes to, like, say something like this, because it's crucial to be confident in what you recollect. You know what I'm saying? If you, I mean, because it is. I mean, nobody. I mean, who really wants to believe that we're a cross parallel universes and we're bound to? I mean, come on. But
well,
I mean, but it's been proven. It's been proven there is parallel universes. I mean, like I said, it's highly acclaimed scientists. You guys can go look it up on the internet that agree with that.
And that's what I'm saying. I haven't taken the time. I haven't had enough time to do the research to actually find. And if you could, in the side chat, if you can sometime, provide me with those links if you already have them, and I'll look into it. Or I need to go within my heart and do my own research and find these, because I just kind of started on this. So.
Oh, absolutely. Do you like to read or do you want to watch? I got conferences that the scientists have been to. I mean, these are huge scientists. Either you want to watch it or you want to read it.
I mean, if everybody on this channel right now is in agreement with it, are we all cool with it?
No. I'm saying for you to do your research. Would you prefer to read or watch it, listen?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I know. Selective. You know what works for you for learning.
Yeah.
You know what? Watching it would probably be great.
Okay, I'll get that for you. Okay, go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
Here's where I think that there might be a problem. Let's say I'm in universe A, and the ball is blue, and in universe B, the ball is red. Now, for if you ask me what color the ball is, and I'm sitting in universe A, the ball is blue. Now, if I went to universe B, that would be that. I mean, wouldn't my memories transfer over? Not transfer over. Wouldn't that be a new me in universe B who would answer the question red?
No. You would remember blue. No, your memories are not affected.
With me.
Yes. Obviously, because I did. So you would take your memories with you. And I believe it's not that big of a shift, though. I don't think it would be blue or red. It would be more like a coffee cup with 100 flowers on it. But one flower is pink in the middle of the flower. And then the other universe is the same coffee cup with hundreds of flowers, but in the middle of the flower on one is yellow. I think it's more subtle than that. It's not blue or something so significant. It's something so small that you'd really have to pay attention to even notice it.
Well, that would mean that there's some kind of to keep things small and kind of arbitrary and just random little things. If we're talking about parallel universes, there should also be some. And there might be, people just haven't noticed them yet. There should be some examples of huge things.
Well, that's what I'm looking for, Sean. Because
like the Statue of Liberty is using the other hand or something. You know what I mean? Like
something. But I did find one thing though. Actually, a few. Now, what do you remember up in the North Pole? What's up at the North Pole?
Like what's actually there?
Yeah, what's in the North Pole?
A lot of snow. That's
ice glacier, snow. What?
I know the South Pole is. The North Pole. Yeah, I thought it was. Kind of an ice cap glacier, a body of ice. Is that not true?
Well, do you remember there being a lot of expeditions going to the North Pole?
I think there's been a few, not to the south, but to the north. Yeah, a few. And all those pictures, I think there's a like a reflective dome or something that's got a bunch of flags around it. There is at the South Pole also, but I know for sure there's one at the North Pole, or at least I thought I did. Is that not what's there? It looks like a candy cane. It looks like they put a barber pole on it.
Okay. Well, and you guys can go Google this and hopefully look into this. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Hold on. My cat wants some treats. Sorry. 1 second. You guys go ahead and tap. She keeps bothering me. Hold on.
You got to take care of that pussy.
Fucking Ed.
Hey, freaking! I got 3 cats. I'm in agreement. I understand.
Cats, they just don't seem to. I've had them before. They're so they can be so unhumble.
Yeah, I was same thing, man. I was raised, with a dog. I'm an only child, never had any sisters or brothers or anything like that. Two parents, me by myself, imaginary friends in my head growing up, and I had I had my toys, and then I had my dog. So I was a big dog guy, and I was raised a dog lover. It's not that I hated cats or I hated animals. I love animals. But I kind of had that set in my brain. I was just like, oh, cats, get them away from me. I'm just a dog. I'm just a dog lover by heart. But now, since I've been married long enough, and my wife, even before we got married, she always had cats around. So I think it's a matter of conditioning, training, and eventually, for me and my experiences, I gave up. Now I love the things to death. It's like, yeah, they're a pain in the butt, and they seem to be a lot more needy than people claim them to be. Oh, they're great. They're self-sufficient. They don't bug you all the time. I'm sorry, but in my personal experiences, being around them enough years now, that's BS. They're very needy. They're very needy.
They're the number one killer of, I think, out of pretty much all the animal species, because they're one of the only ones that have food provided for them, but yet still kill for fun. And I say, if you get the right cats, then yeah, I can definitely agree with people. I've had just one bad one, and if that were my only experience with cats, then I probably wouldn't like them. But it's not, so I know they're pretty cool. So I'm looking at the North Pole. This is kind of what I remember: ice caps and candy, stuff like that. A little barber pole with a thing on it. I know it moves around, but is something changed about the North Pole that you're aware of?
Well, Rose and I talked on this a little bit last night with somebody else, and I know where she's going with it. I don't want, I'm kind of waiting on her to come back, because I know she's going to ask you. That's why she's asking you a question of what do you remember, because she asked me that same question, and the same thing. I was kind of in agreement with her. I was like, yeah, remember the North Pole, like, whether it was on a map or being flashed on a TV screen or something in the newspaper, like, it was always depicted this way. They always said it was this way, and then come to find out that's not actually the way that it's ever been. So it's another another synchronicity into this rabbit hole that we call the Mandela Effect. So I don't know, it piqued my interest. I'm curious on this right now. I've been driving my wife nuts on it.
Okay, so at the North Pole, I got an old atlas book, very old. And it says there is no North Pole, that there is no glaciers up there. All there is a couple pieces of ice that comes up there, melts, goes away, comes back. No polar bears, nothing's up there. Also, it says that Finland is the highest point you can go. So that's where Santa Claus, quote unquote, Santa Claus is at, the amusement park, where if you're going to write Santa Claus, he's in Finland. Mm-hmm. That's the furthest you can go. Now,
right.
I find that kind of strange. Second thing is China is smaller than the United States.
Well, hold on. Let's do that North Pole thing, because I watch a show called Top Gear, and I watched them do a little expedition to the North Pole. There's always been two of them, though, right? There's the magnetic, and then there's the geographic North Pole. So the magnetic one changes, and I think the geographic one doesn't. But
it says that it's not. It says it's not possible for you to go up there, and The highest point is Finland. So I don't know. I find that odd. Because now I'm talking about land masses. I'm not talking about the NA now. Also, China is, don't quote me on this, but it's 1 point off lower than the United States. 1.5 points or something like that, less. So that means the United States is bigger than China. Look that up.
That's I've known that, because when people throw out the statistics about how many people are being born in China and the whole, you could parent 10 deep and walk them into the sea and they would still be they're giving birth at a certain rate and everything. Yeah, I've known that China's smaller than the United States.
See, but I don't. I remember it being bigger than the United States. Yeah.
I know, I get you thinking.
Clearly, I remember China was bigger than the United States. It was on the globes and everything. And now, and we're going to use Universe B, it's smaller. What the fuck is that? No. China was always bigger than the United States. There's no way it could be 1.5 points or something like that. I'm not very definite on the number, but it's smaller than the United States. No way. So I don't. What do you remember, Ed? Was China bigger than the United States or smaller?
You know what? To be honest on that one, I can't remember really.
Okay.
You know what? If I was going to go by conditioning of the programming of the TV and whatnot, I would lean towards that, only because the same thing. I believe I got sucked into that way of thinking that, what I remember growing up is we were constantly bombarded, being put into our head about, the population, it's so big. So therefore, with the population, there's so many, people in China that it opens up and makes China bigger than the U.S. So to somewhat agreeance, yeah. But I can't seriously remember and say, yeah, for a fact I do, because I don't.
That's fine. But for the listeners out there, the people who do listen, I'd like to know your response on that. What do you remember? Do you remember China being bigger or smaller? Because I absolutely 100% remember China being bigger. Okay. Another thing, there was New Zealand. It used to be on the right side of Australia, and now it's on the left side, or it was on the left side and now it's on the right side. One of those. I think it was on the right and now it's on the left. I looked into that very briefly, so I don't really remember the absolute details, but that was brought up as well. So
I'm looking at that right now, and it says others insist that they have memories of New Zealand, Australia, Sri Lanka, Honduras, and other places being at different places on the globe, and it shows the map and everything.
Oh, really? Okay. What? Can I get a link to that? That'd be great.
It's BuzzFeed. Yeah, it's BuzzFeed.com. I'll try to. I'm not going to be able to send it over because I've got everything separated. I'm doing the Hangout on the tablet, and I'm looking at the information on the laptop.
Oh, that's fine. I can do it myself. No problem. But thank you for pointing that out. People were saying that, so that's great. Good. I'm not the only one. Okay. How about China? Did you look into that to see if anyone remembers anything differently as well?
Who are you asking, Rosemary?
Well, yeah, since you already had that pulled up.
Yeah, I've got multiple links already stored up in my browser, but I'm scrolling right now. I don't see anything on China, at least in this link. So.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, Sean remembers it always being smaller, so that's interesting to me. Very interesting, because obviously, Sean, you're from Universe B. You've always been here, so that's fine. That's great for you. It's confusing for us though that remember other things.
Here's
I think the geographic one is probably one of the weaker evidences, because there's a show late night, I guess, with John Oliver, and he always will show a continent and he's and highlight the country and show Venezuela And for people who, just to show how much that you all weren't paying attention, that's not Venezuela. This is Venezuela. You know what I mean? Like it's something that's just so common that we mess up.
But no, I'm very clear on China was bigger. No. There is no, I don't need a talk show host to tell me it was smaller. Oh, the whole time. I'm telling you, it was bigger. Where what I clearly remember, China was always bigger than the United States. There's no way in hell it was smaller than the United States. No way in hell it was. I'm absolutely confident on that. Just like I am on the other things. So it's not good for me. I'm trying to look into things that are not just A and thus, and this and N. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to look into more things than that. Something more tangible than that. Said there's smaller things and there must be bigger things. So to me, it's not a weaker evidence. Go ahead.
So when did you start noticing these things?
It just came to me. I was doing a prayer, and I always ask God to give me the truth, and no matter what it is, or Jesus. And I was praying one day, and I was like, I didn't have anything more to research. I've researched for 14 years. I couldn't find anything else to research, and I'm a researcher, so that's kind of hard for me. So I was praying a couple times, and this one day I was asking to show me something new. Give me something I can look into. There has to be more. I mean, this can't be just it. And I went on the computer and I found that science channel where the guy was talking about the Mandela Effect, and I go, what is that? And then so I started looking into it, and thank God my grandma, she actually collects the evil queen stuff. I mean, it's through her kitchen, her bedroom. I mean, it's throughout her whole house. Remember Mirror Mirror in the movie, not Magic Mirror in the movie. Now, people could say, well, the book was always Mirror Mirror, and the movie was always Magic Mirror. Okay, that's fine for them. I remember it being Mirror Mirror, and she is a fanatic about the queen. So I asked her, I said, what do you remember in the movie? What did the queen say to the mirror? And she said, Mirror Mirror. I go, okay, no, the movie. I told her the movie. And she said, yeah, Mirror Mirror. She actually went to go see it in the movie theaters. I was like, okay. And I told her, well, in the movie it says Magic Mirror. I thought she was going to hit me, dude. She was pissed. She was like, no, it doesn't. No, I got this, I got that. You come over, you look at this. No, it's always been Mirror Mirror. I'm like, oh my God. So I went over. She showed me her trinkets with the Mirror Mirror in it, the books, and that's why I was able to film those things, because she had those items. She has tons of items, but she was able to she let me take 2 of them. And I go, well, that's strange. She's adamant that it was Mirror Mirror in the movie. So there's something going on here. So then I got the VHS from Goodwill, got the VHS from a tape, tape where they buy and sell videos and stuff. And I plugged it in. I didn't know what it was going to say, because, I mean, that VHS is 23 years old. I mean, it was before Lion King even came out on tape, VHS. So it was old. And I didn't know what it was going to say. And when she said Magic Mirror, I was like, floored. I was like, oh, okay. Because, DVDs, they could change it. The new DVDs are platinum, they're remixed, they're mastered. So, they could change it. But a VHS is this thing. And she's adamant that it said Mirror Mirror in the movie theater. And I started looking into it even more and more and more and more, and I'm just finding more and more things. And like you, Sean, you actually, I give you kudos for that. You went way, I wouldn't even thought about doing this. You actually went all the way back in Snow 1800s, I believe it was. And in the German Snow White tale, the original story, which I'm assuming, of course, that Walt Disney took from and Brother Grimm took from, it said Mirror Mirror.
That's right.
In German. The whole book's in German. So, and it's old, and I downloaded it. It took a long time to download it. You were right.
No.
Yeah, I was like, damn, he wasn't playing. So I find that interesting that the original story originates from Germany, from the 1800s, and it says Mirror Mirror. Why would that be changed? You know? So, hold on one second, please.
I think that kind of messes with the theory a little bit because, maybe not. There can be a wobble back and forth between, I guess, one universe to the other. I don't know. Tonight's chat is sponsored by Chat Cola and Dorito potato chips. Get your Doritos now. Coming out with new flavors for the winter season. We will have candy cane chips, and also go to Taco Bell, where they are still using the shell of the Dorito to make taco shells. And the fatal flaw in that is that they don't make good taco shells. Also, tonight's episode of The Obsolete is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Ride in luxury this season. Show your wife you really love her. Buy her something super expensive, and she won't say shit all year. And we're back.
Yeah, sorry about that, people. I apologize. I have a life. I have people over. Okay, so, yeah. So, what do you think about that, Ed? That the original story is in German that Sean found, and it says mirror, mirror.
I would say that's a pretty good piece of evidence to back up the fact that this could be real.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then again, like Family Guy, why would they say in the city? It wasn't a misquote. It's from 2005. So there's little pieces like that. I think what it is when you go back and okay, you know about CERN, right?
Right.
In Switzerland. Okay.
Right.
All right. You know they're messing with black matter. They're colliding atoms, doing all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Okay. When you start messing with stuff like that, yeah. Okay. You can get the butterfly effect. Like anybody who's seen the movie, the butterfly effect. That even just changing a little thing can change things. And then you have the Philadelphia experiment, which was, excuse me, where they were transporting from one port 500 miles away to another port. A lot of people to survive Ywc. And he confirms that was their first time testing time travel. And then they continued, they perfected it from like what to do, what not to do, what happened, why did some of the soldiers end up in the walls of the ship during the transport. Now you can look up this project. This is declassified. It's not a secret. It's public knowledge that the government has this capability to transport a ship 500 miles away, disappear, and reappear somewhere else. So you're messing with time when you do that. You're messing with a lot of things. And I think when you start doing that things like this can happen. So where it was and now it's the. That could be also a possibility too than just a parallel universe. It could be a time manipulation as a possibility. But then okay, now I'm thinking about it. That doesn't go with why Sean remembers one thing and I remember another.
Well,
that actually wouldn't work.
Is it just, I need to know, is it just me or is Rose breaking up just sometimes? Ed, is that happening to you?
Yeah, the same thing. I'm getting.
Okay.
We normally say getting scroogled. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm having the same issues.
I can switch microphones. Not a big deal. 1 second, I'll be right back.
To me, it sounded like internet connection, but.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I was like, oh, maybe the Wi-Fi in my house is just goofing up, but it's happened too many times. I don't know. It gets me wondering sometimes. I don't know if it's that or, both. Is it, Google throwing hiccups or YouTube or what. Yeah, I don't know. I'm literally having to take my tablet and kind of like fan it around in the air, and then I'll pick up the signal better. And then as soon as I drop it back down on my lap, then yeah, Rose is breaking up, and I could hardly hear any of you.
Oh, am I breaking up too?
Yeah, a little bit every once in a while, but it was mainly Rose, so I'm thinking it's, I'm going to blame Rose. It's her connection. I'm not sure.
No, I pay my bills. It's not my connection. It's the headphone. It's the headphones. I switched over to my iPhones, so these are better. Okay. Anyways, my bad. I hope the whole thing isn't messed up now because it was doing that the whole time, huh?
No, it wasn't. You could understand what you were saying. Enough got out, and I mean, by the time it cleared up, you could still catch what you were talking about. So it was enough to keep the conversation legible. But okay. when you mentioned CERN and them, the particle accelerators that they have there. That's actually been CERN is not the first place that's done this. We've been smashing particles at other facilities, not as large as CERN, but we've been doing that for quite some time. I think in the 50s, 40s, I think, is when we started doing it. So
absolutely. Well, not just that, but the military is 50, 100 years at advance of us. I mean, the laptop you're using, they had 50 years ago. I mean, and that's they've already admitted to that. So this isn't just a figure I'm pulling out. You can actually go look it up. Military's always, anytime we get anything, our little treats like our iPhones and our iPads, and Kindle and the laptops, they've already had this stuff. They had internet before we had internet. They mastered everything before we even get these devices. But my point is they've been having the capability to do all this stuff, of course. And there's more than just one certain location. I mean, there's multiple. I know of 5. When you mess with dark matter, you can't get rid of dark matter. You either have to store it or it expands. And they have a lot of dark matter.
Know what it is.
Exactly, and they're storing it. They're storing it underground. Yeah, it's stored. It's being stored. Look it up. No, before you say anything, please look it up.
Okay. As far as I knew, dark matter was just actually a placeholder for, it's not matter and it's not dark, it's just something that they're putting a placeholder until they can figure out what in the world it is.
Well, regardless, you can't get rid of it. It only expands, or you can store it. That's it. And we have tons of containers filled with dark matter. Okay, that can create a dark, a massive black hole. I don't freaking know, but I don't think it's good to be storing dark matter and be messing with stuff like that. Anyways, so my point is something's going on here, whether it be man or whether it be natural. Either way, something happened. And I'm just trying to get the pieces together to figure out which one it was and why it was, and because my memories, I'm definitely confident in my memories of what I recall. So.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, I am. I have to be, especially with the schooling I've had. So, and like I said, there's thousands of people that agree with me, so that helps. But it's either man-made or natural. I don't know. What do you think, Ed? Do you think it's man-made or natural?
Well, I can't. The same thing again. I gotta allude back. This is new for me. This is all new for me. I'll admit it. I haven't done enough research. I can't give an answer on that yet.
Okay. Me either. I don't know. I'm throwing out possibilities, for people who watch this, look into these different things. I don't know. I need your help to figure this out. What do you remember? Maybe you have information I don't have. I just started this, it's been 2 weeks now. I got almost 2,000 hits on my one Mandela Effect on the Snow White book. Almost 2,000 people viewed it. So it's getting out there to other people. So hopefully other people can come up with other things. Like Sean, like I said, I wouldn't have thought of looking for German Snow White. So you never know.
I will say on that the little bit of research that I did on this evening is I think people only been talking about this Mandela effect for what 2.5, 3 years possibly.
Really?
And
wow.
but yet I'm only talking about a couple opinions on the internet from links that I found. Now you see what I'm saying? I mean, I think this kind of research, in my opinion, I could be wrong, Rose, but I think you're gonna have a long road ahead of you trying to figure this out. If it is this or if it's that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this gets into parallel universes. This gets into studying, learning science, learning everything over again, the basics, getting deep with it, quantum mechanics, quantum theory. I mean, good luck. God bless you, but I think you're in for the long haul on this.
Well, I agree with you, but I also have done quantum theory. I've looked into these things. It's come across in my research in the past, so I'm familiar with the parallel universes and the different scientists and their their experiments that they've done and what they say, and so it's not like it's something new to me. So that's fine. I'm good with it. I guess Jesus is gonna let me be busy. I asked for it, right?
Yeah.
Asking you shall receive. Asking you shall receive, and I was given a doodle.
Well, yeah, exactly. Just just keep asking. Just keep asking, because if you're strong in your faith and you believe, sooner or later, when it is time for you to be revealed, you're going to bump into this information more than likely, and it's not because you went looking for it. Is you're going to probably more than likely, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but the Father's going to show you the way to this information. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, and I was blessed that my grandma actually has the trinkets, and she actually went to go see the movie. Yeah, I mean, there's other people that have stuff. It. So bring with you, I guess, and like Sean was saying, does your memory? I can honestly, in my honest opinion, you take your memory with you. That's not something that can be changed.
Now you're breaking up bad again.
And I'm not the first one to come up with this theory. I mean, obviously, like you said, it's been.
You're breaking up too bad, Rose.
Oh.
It's
been 2 or 3 years, and you said this was being. Hello?
You're breaking up too bad.
Now you're good. Now we can hear you.
All right. I don't know what to do about it. I changed headphones.
You're fine right now. I mean, as far as on my end, I'm not sure about Sean's.
Yeah, you sound good though.
Okay, I'll try not to move my head. I would be a mannequin and just sit here perfectly still. Okay.
I'm gonna get Medusa over there to freeze you, except your brain in your head, so you can talk.
I'm fucking frozen right now. Okay.
Well, what about this, Rose? What about it'd be like to me, it seems like investigating this would be almost I wouldn't say a waste of time, because you're never going to have 100% accuracy, but as much as you can would be nice. But it would be like investigating and then discovering that you're actually in the Matrix or in some sort of a simulated universe where all of the inputs were. To me, at least, it would be, what would be the point of knowing that? Like if you were in the Matrix, would you want to know?
Yeah, I did.
Would you really?
My whole point. Yes, I do. My whole thing, like I said,
you broke up.
Things.
It's nothing came
No
through.
matter. Fucking A.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I know.
I'm going to turn my camera off and see if that doesn't free up some bandwidth.
Yeah, let me try it too.
I'll lower mine a little bit.
And I'll mute.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's better. I apologize to anybody who's listening to this if it's hard on your ears. Hopefully I'm being heard right now.
You are.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to be unplugged from the Matrix. My whole goal, even come on Google Plus, period, is to just tell the truth that I know it. I really put a lot of work into my research. I really look into everything I talk about. I never talk about something that I only watched a couple of videos or it's just a hypothesis. I actually look into it. Except for the Mandela Effect. This is totally new. I just want to get this out there to people so they can help me. This is something I can't do on my own. You know, there's too much. This is way too big for me to do this on my own. So I need people to help. Look, if you remember anything differently or you don't remember it the way I do, no one's right or wrong in this. It's just what are the things that have changed, and it does matter, Sean, because if wouldn't you want to know where you're living and why these things are happening? You know, if NASA says we're on a ball and we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, and you know it's just so lolly-dolly, but we're going into different parallel universes. I mean, I think we need to be aware of that. I want to be aware of that, at least. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that do too. I want to know what my reality is and what the truth is. So no matter what it is, that's all my whole goal is. Mm-hmm.
I think like an asteroid heading our way that is, that has 100%, assured destruction of the Earth, and there's nothing that we can do about it. I don't see the benefit of knowing that type of information.
Right.
Like, I could see, or trying to escape a burning building and knowing for sure that my efforts will be, that it just won't work. It seems like knowing that would remove hope a little bit. And I always ask this when people bitch about the economy and stuff like that and how much in debt we are. I'm like, well, are you going to change it, or do you have a plan for it? Then, you know what I mean? It's one of those.
But that's all man-made. The economy goes up and down because of by choice. That's not. They can just flip a switch. Basically, I don't want to get into all the details. I'm just going to say it very simply. But they could just flip a switch and everybody's poor if that's what they wanted to do. The 1% elites of the world, and I'm not going to talk about the world. Let's talk about the United States. Owns 27 point something % of all earned income in the United States. 1%. Okay, so that means 99.9% less than 75% of earned income, and the numbers just keep rising. Okay, back when George Bush Sr. was in charge, I believe it was at 13% the elites were at. Okay, then we have Clinton, it went up to 17 or jumped up to like 17 to 20 during his time. Then you got Little Bush, it climbed further up, and now we're at like I said, with Obama. So they're making a lot of money, these elite. I mean, they're trillionaires. I mean, and so if the economy is controlled, pretty soon, elites are going to be making 50% of all earned income of the United States. 1% is going to get 50% of the earned income of the United States soon. So you can't believe all this Wall Street that the Dow dropped. No, it's all bullshit. You got to look into it. I mean, that whole scenario is bullshit, dude. I don't want to make the show into that, but people really need to look into what's going on in this world. It's not what you think it is. There's a lot of lies going on, a lot of lies, and that's why my motive is to know the truth. I want to know what is going on. I have a right to know that. No one has control to tell me that it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, when it's not. When it's something completely different. I don't think we should sit back and be lied to. I think we need to know what's going on in your world, in your neighborhood, in your community, with your family, in schools, in politics, in your food, the GMOs, all this stuff. People need to know we're being poisoned, we're being lied to on a grand scale. And this is just the parallel universes. Now, I don't know if it's or not yet. I will find out, and if it takes me a year, so be it. If it takes me 10, so be it. But I'll get to the bottom of it. That's guaranteed. Anyways, anyone else want to say anything? Go ahead.
Can I add? See, I think that's where we differ a little bit, because if I think that it's not a willing ignorance on certain things. It's just a if investigating things that maybe, like, I don't want to know how many children die every day of starvation and stuff like that. I mean, I know the numbers there. I just don't care to look at it.
Why not? If your refrigerator's full, don't you want to know that there's these children dying because they're starving?
I know they are. And some things, you know, I don't want a doctor telling me how much longer I've got to live. I don't want to investigate and pick apart you know, did my mom really love me? I'm sure I could look into it and really get down to the bottom of it if she did or if she didn't. But I mean, you know, do I want to know those things? How is it going to benefit me to have 100% knowledge on certain things?
Oh, it does. Ignorance is bliss, Sean, and I respect that you don't want to know. There's no press reset. You know, I've been just a couple of times. I wish there was, because the shit I know. If you knew what I knew, dude, your whole fucking your whole outlook on life would be totally different. That's why we don't see things eye to eye, because I have looked into it, and I do know a lot of this shit, and it's fucked up, Sean. It's fucked up what's going on. And I understand you don't want to know, and I respect that. And I'm not going to shove that down your throat. Because, like I said, you can't go back. Once you know, and that's it. And there's a lot of people I know that don't want to know. I know people in my life that don't want to know. And I got people in my life that go, wow, Rose, what the fuck? Oh, can you tell me more about this? Hey, I found out this. What does this mean? You know, they want to know? Fine. I'll tell you. So, you know, people have a choice whether they want to listen to me or not. That's their choice. And I respect that.
If it's something I can change, then yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to go to that point. Didn't mean to cut you off. That for either the people that don't want to know, want to bury their head in the sand and pretend it's not real, or know that it's real and they just don't want to pay any attention to it, I think a lot of those people, and I could be wrong in my opinion, but the end game, the end point, the end thesis, whatever, is going to be, all right, so what then? What are we going to do about it? What can I do about it? And I understand that, but still, it's like, well, maybe, you know, for the ones that have the passion to at least know, even though we can't do anything about it, it's okay. You know, all the way around, everybody's entitled to their own free will, their free opinions, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, it does matter, because if you, like I said, if you knew what I knew, it does fucking matter that we know what all these things that are happening you're not aware of, and that's fine. But there's a lot of people need to know this. Okay, and I don't even get into deep stuff because, you know, first off, I don't want men in black knocking on my door. I'm not going to get into deep stuff that I know about. But there's, you know, certain limits I know that I have to respect. That's fine. People need to know this shit, man. It's crazy. It goes deep, man. The rabbit hole is fucked up. It's really fucked up what these people are doing to us. And people, you know, that don't want to know, man, if you only did. But the end game is the conscious awakening, okay? If you have enough people to understand what's happening to you on a daily basis, and you have no freaking idea what these people are doing to us. No freaking idea. All right? And if we get enough people to wake the fuck up and understand what's going on, okay, and put it into it, these people need to be stopped. These people need to be stopped. It is murder. It's criminal. They need to be stopped. And so that's the end game. The end game is they need to be stopped. They need to be pulled off their elite high horses and kicked the fuck down. That's what needs to be done. And that's what's going to happen when more people get their head out the fucking sand, open their eyes, and dust a little sand out their freaking eyelashes and see what the hell them and their family and everyone else they know is being put through.
Yeah, hey, I gotta go. Unfortunately, I gotta get ready for work. It was a great hangout. I appreciate it, and in my opinion, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. I feel the only way we're gonna, if we can do anything about this situation that's going on this rock we call planet Earth, the only way we might have a chance to change it is for the masses to wake up, and that's all I got on that.
Hey Ed, I had a question for you real quick because I heard that you vape, and this was one of those things where I knowingly did you smoke before you vaped?
Yeah, it was the only thing that ever got me to quit smoking after 20 years was vaping.
Exactly. Yeah, me the same thing. Now, did you purposely? I was so happy that it just worked. Did you purposely not look up the juice to find out if that was going to be bad for you too? Because I avoided it like the plague. I'm like, I don't want to know. I just know this worked. I don't want to know. I know next thing I'm going to hear something.
You don't want to know nothing, Sean. Sean, you don't want to know nothing. What the fuck do you want to know?
I just wanted to be off the cigarettes. I knew those were bad, but I was like, this is chemicals. It's obviously going to be bad for you. But I knowingly didn't like research it. What did you do?
I mean, I'll try to make it quick because I got to go and get ready for work. To be honest with you, I really didn't do any research. I went down to Walmart. I saw their cheap Chinese made ones, and I looked at the bottles of the vape juice and their little e-cigarettes and stuff that they had, and it literally said, according to the state of California, the chemicals in this product are known to may cause cancer. And I'm like, screw that. So I actually went to High Society. I went to a Trails, a smoke shop, a head shop, and the kid behind the counter turned me on to a place in the Valley, Arizona, where I live, and I actually found a new world. You know, there was an actual new marketed business in vaping, and there was tons of mods to choose from, and tons of vape juices to choose from. And there's low quality crap out there. There's mid range stuff, and there's high quality juices. Unfortunately, they haven't been out on the market for 30 years for thorough research yet. So I don't know, but you know what? I've always gone by feel, and I go by how my body tells me how it's doing. And I'm kind of like with you on that one, Sean, that I really kind of almost don't want to know because my body is not reacting like it did when I was doing cigarettes. I have more lung power. You know, if it's my night off and I decide to get my drink on and I vape like crazy, the next morning when I go to take a shower or get up, whatever, I'm not hacking up tons of lung butter like I used to with cigarettes. I don't get those adverse effects and everything. So, you know, just going on that alone, in my personal opinion, by feel, my body feels better, my lungs feel better by vaping as opposed to smoking. And I'm going to stay with that because I feel better.
Nah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I just don't want to know that it's bad, but it was the only thing that worked for me. So, congratulations on quitting. Welcome to vaping.
Thank you, man.
I love it, man. But
I want to thank you, Ed, for coming in and hanging out and giving your opinion. Everybody, please go subscribe to Ed. He's a good dude, man. I can vouch for him. And so I just want to tell you thank you, and you know, hopefully you find more stuff. You know.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Rose. I'm gonna try to help you out with this. I'm going to start getting on this. I'm not going to go super crazy, but I will take some time out of my day, and I'm going to start looking into this more. And if I can, you know, be on another show and at least add my 2 cents in on this and try to dig at it, scratch at that itch, you know, yeah, I'm down with that.
Much appreciated, Ed. God bless. I love you, brother.
Nice
Have a good day
meeting
at
you.
work. Yeah. And I want to thank Sean, too. No, you got to go.
Okay, I
Go
gotta
ahead.
go. All right,
Okay.
all right. Take care, Sean. Take care, Rose.
See you, man.
Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye. I wanted to thank Sean for coming in and giving his opinion and what he knows and what he believes and what he thinks. Like and subscribe to Sean. He's a good guy too. I know a lot of people don't like you, but I think you're cool. I mean, you can piss me off too, but I get over it. We're grown adults, and anyone who has issues, people either hate me or love me. There's no in between. That's it. So I get you.
I'm both. I'm on the fence. I can do both. Love, hate, love, hate.
Yeah.
No,
same.
never hate. Never hate. You're always a good source of interesting theories
Yeah.
or ideas.
Kind of out there a little bit. I understand to some people. But like I said, I'm just looking for the truth. There you go. I'm not trying to steer anybody wrong or anything. Mm-hmm.
It's I was shocked to hear what is she, like 15, 14, tell her, because I was talking to her mom and about some of these things, and then she's like, oh, her daughter just mentioned the exact same things to her, and I was like, damn, that's kind of surreal to hear that coming from. I mean, because it's not like somebody saying, oh, Donald Trump's an asshole. Oh, I said Donald Trump's an asshole. That's kind of a coincidence. No, this is very, very specific. So
right, that is. So you would have heard it whether it was from me or not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're right. I would have heard it either way. I think the sticking point on the theory is that the people that you're talking to, like you said earlier, can be 100% right in what they recall, the possessions they have. I think maybe it helps if you make it that a little bit more clear that you're not challenging what they believe to be true. You're just trying to point out that there is a difference. You're just trying to get at what the different or why there's a difference.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like at first I thought you were trying to say what I'm remembering is wrong, until earlier when you're like, no, that it's right, but it's right for you and I'm right for me, but it's just there's a split there that you're trying to put your finger on what exactly caused it.
Absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out. Yes. I'm not debating anybody on this. You're 100% right in what you remember. That's not even a question about it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is just put my finger on why. Why do I clearly remember something totally different than you? So I'm not right. I'm not wrong. You're not right. You're not wrong. Well, we both are right, but there is no wrong in being right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Exactly. So
why can we both be? What caused us both to be able to be right about things that aren't the same?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
neat. It's got.
It is. It's interesting. It's very interesting and fascinating. When I stumbled onto this, my mind was blown at first. I was like, huh? But it's always been like that. What do you mean? I didn't know there was a change. I just thought it was the way it was, but obviously it did change. So, yeah. So, I appreciate all the help you've done too, though, Sean. I mean, you've helped tremendously, and I appreciate that a lot.
Always.
And hopefully, well, you don't always help, but you did help. You did help, and I gave shout out to you last night when I brought up the German Snow White book, because that was all you. And anything that you come up with, that's all respect to you on that. I would never take credit for anything that anyone else has or does or up with. But so I'm going to end up. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say before you close this, unless you have to close it right now. Well, that's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have another hangout. You want to come into my other hangout? I'm going to go into.
What's the time? Yeah, go ahead and end this one, and then we'll talk off air in a second.
All right, so everybody, tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. Pass the word around. Like he said, was that your sister that came in and told you this?
Sister's daughter.
Your niece. Okay. So his niece came in and brought up the Mandela Effect to him. So, get the word out there. Maybe people remember other things. Let's get to the bottom of this. That's the whole point. Let's just get to the bottom of it. Maybe. Well, there is absolutely something to it, of course. But I don't know. It's confusing still for me. It's not an easy topic, and like Ed said too, I'll probably be doing this for a while. And the more help I get, the better. All right. Love you guys. God bless. Repent. Jesus Christ is the way. Ending the broadcast. If you don't like it, fuck off.